Yo, 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 and this is Mikeratto. And welcome back, guys, and we're going to talk about the Generation X return in 2006 and how it actually panned out. But before that, we're going to talk about the people who actually subscribe to my channel. Well, there's a lot of you that didn't subscribe yet, most of my viewers, and I hope you all support me by clicking the subscribe button, sharing this video, participating in the polls, and also commenting, liking, and subscribing. So, here we go. Well, the Generation X, they have actually been separated during 2006, and the members left in the WWE is Shawn Michaels and Triple H. And as for 2006, Shawn Michaels is a babyface. Triple H is still a heel. Triple H has a program with the WWE Championship, and Shawn Michaels has his rivalry with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon actually wanting Shawn to act like his 90s self, and Triple H, he wants the WWE Championship that he actually do Vince McMahon's deeds and what he wants. And so that storyline pan out with Shawn Michaels and Triple H reuniting in 2006 after a 4 year of them being separated, most of the time fighting with each other for the World Heavyweight Championship. And yeah, the two reunited in 2006, and it's actually one of Vince McMahon's biggest problems in kayfabe because they are these degenerates who actually does things which they are anti-establishment, which they are anti-corporate, and they do pranks, they do a lot of stuff. For Vince McMahon, he wanted the old Shawn Michaels, that's what all he wants, which Shawn actually aligning himself with Triple H. And yeah, the two had a common enemy and they fought this common enemy, which this actually led to Triple H's face turn. They fought the McMahons. During that time while they are feuding, they played pranks with the McMahons. The McMahons are using their power to actually put the Generation X into misery, putting them into handicap matches, a lot of matches that the Generation X has actually disadvantaged from. They actually had disadvantages, which at the end of the day, they conquer it because they're this huge tag team. They actually also had a feud with Spirit Squad because Spirit Squad was actually in Vincent's corner. While in Vince's corner, he had a lot of tag teams that actually helps him, but at the end of the day, as I told you, DX is coming up to top. And while they made a lot of things in this time, they released the video that Vince McMahon hates, and that's him singing and dancing. And then they made this spray paints to the building, to the airplane, and then there's a lot of bad things like playing with his microphone when he's cutting a promo, and then actually putting disgusting things on Vince McMahon, the other one, and then the green slime. And then yeah, they also mimic the Vince McMahon group, like him and Shane McMahon. They mocked them, they made Vince McMahon's entrance, and all of that. The Generation X is actually entertaining during this time, but compared to their 90s self, at least we have the Generation X version 2 here. And compared to the 2009 self, if they're graded, it's like 1990s DX, 2006 DX, and then 2009's DX. The Generation X is feuding with the McMahons. They made pranks, and then McMahons are actually making their life miserable. But during their rivalries, the Generation X actually conquered them. They destroyed the Spirit Squad, sent them back to OVW, and then fought the McMahons into this Hell in a Cell match, which they actually shoved Vince McMahon into Big Show's bottom in that match. You know what happens. And yeah, they created a lot of moments here in 2006. A lot of pranks, a lot of manipulation towards the McMahon's family. And then yeah, when the feud ended, they have a second feud here, and that is Rated RKO. Rated RKO was actually two of the guys who did Generation X actually screwed it before. While for Randy Orton's case, his first World Championship run, which Triple H actually screwed off. And for Edge, well, I think the Generation X interfered in one of his matches with John Cena or something like that, or probably in his interaction with Shawn Michaels. I'm not sure, but the Generation X something has for him. And yeah, the duo of this new tag team actually formed the Rated RKO, in which these two was actually, well, they were these heels which actually mock the Generation X in one of their segments. They made this the Generation X mocking them and then acting like they're old people. You know, that entrance with Edge with the long Triple H nose, and then Randy Orton coming up with this, you know, like the pose of Shawn Michaels and actually struggling. And then yeah, the Generation X and Rated RKO, while the feud did not have a large climax due to Triple H's injury, while during the fight of the two tag teams, Triple H actually suffered a quad or knee or leg injury, which actually made him out of action for months. And the Generation X, well, the tag team didn't last long, well, because Hunter was out. And yeah, the Generation X was actually over by that time. The tag team was actually being separated because of Hunter's injury. And by that time, Shawn Michaels is actually still using the Generation X music, I think, which he comes to the ring with the Generation X entrance by himself, which when he's feuding with John Cena, he's still using the music and all of that. And then yeah, so what are my thoughts during the return of the Generation X in 2006? They are entertaining, they create a lot of moments, they create a lot of pranks. Well, they do what they are most known to, and that's this degenerates who wants something from the WWE, and when they want something, they broke your rules. Like what Shawn Michaels said, you make the rules and we break them. That's the exact motto for Degeneration X, and that's what they did in 2006. While memorable things about Degeneration X in 2006 are mostly about the Vince McMahon's feud, well, because they made their life, well, they actually made them suffer even though they are the higher ups of the WWE. And when they're actually having this, they're having fun. The audience are cheering them, and they're actually over, and no one was actually booing them by that time. Well, some of the groups now, even though they have this huge attempt or even single competitors as a babyface, well, they got booed. And as for Degeneration X, well, they are actually funny. And I think by this time also they actually semi-introduced. Well, I'm not sure if it is by this time or the 2008 when they actually had the merchandise selling, you know, when they're actually advertising their stuff, the Degeneration X attire, the glow stick, and everything towards it. You know how they made their advertisement funny that actually led to a lot of sales. And yeah, that's also what they are known to also, which they actually compared t-shirts, they actually compared attires, they made the living heck of everyone. Well, they actually made something that is actually funny by that time. And yeah, that's it for today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope everyone is having a good time. And yeah, we have still a typhoon here, so I apologize for the 3 days of having bad audios. Thank you for watching, and this is Mikeratto. And subscribe, like, comment on below, and share. And thank you for watching.